We play for something bigger than ourselves. And it's like, that's something that you guys all got to wrap your heads around, because in this world, in this day, it's always about self-promotion, yourselves. But if you can play for your teammates and play for something bigger, what do I tell you, Miggy? The game honors you. Where's Miguel at? The game honors you. You guys got to believe that you're the best option in every moment, in the biggest of.
What happens when a World Series winning manager walks into spring training and drops a speech so powerful it could shake the entire clubhouse? Dave Roberts just delivered a message to the Los Angeles Dodgers that has every player sitting up straight. And trust me, what he said next is going to send chills down your spine. Stick around, because we are breaking down every single word of this locker room moment that is already being called the blueprint for another championship run. Quick favor, if you are loving this baseball content, hit that subscribe button. Over 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It is free, takes a second, and means the world to us here at Baseball Networks. Thanks if you did. Now back to the fire.
There isn't any more talent in a major league clubhouse than in this room. Guys, we got to be prepared to play through October. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of hard work, and it takes trust. The challenge is for each and every one of you guys to put yourselves in a state to be prepared when the opportunity presents itself.
Dave Roberts walked into that Dodgers spring training facility in Glendale, Arizona, and the energy shifted immediately. This was not your typical first-day pep talk, where managers smile, crack a few jokes, and tell everyone to have fun out there. No, no, no. Roberts came in with that championship mentality, that October intensity, that look in his eyes that says, we are not here to participate, we are here to dominate. Picture this. Every single Dodger, from the superstars to the rookies fighting for roster spots, sitting in that locker room, knowing that what comes next is going to define their entire season. And Roberts, he delivered exactly what they needed to hear. Roberts started his speech by addressing the elephant in the room, selflessness. In a league where players are chasing stats, contracts, and individual glory, Roberts made it crystal clear that none of that matters if you are wearing Dodger blue. He told his team straight up, the moment you put yourself above this organization, above your teammates, above the goal, you have already lost. Ooh, that is a gut check right there. Imagine being a player sitting in that room, maybe thinking about your free agency year, maybe thinking about your batting average, and your manager just drops that truth bomb on you. Roberts was not playing games. He was setting the tone from day one. If you are here for yourself, you are in the wrong clubhouse. But here's the kicker. Roberts didn't just talk about selflessness like it is some abstract concept. He broke it down into real terms that every player could understand. He talked about the grind, the relentless preparation that separates champions from pretenders. He asked his team a simple question. Are you willing to do the work when nobody is watching? Are you willing to show up early, stay late, put in the extra swings, study the film, take care of your body, and push yourself beyond what is comfortable? Because let's face it, anybody can show up and go through the motions during spring training, but Roberts was demanding more. He was demanding obsession. He was demanding that every single player in that room adopts the mindset of a hunter, not the hunted. Roberts used a metaphor that hit different, and once you hear it, you'll understand why this speech is already legendary. He compared his team to greyhounds chasing a rabbit. Stay with me here because this is brilliant.
Game 6, and you cheat in because you're looking for a flare. You get the ball, you double a guy up, you throw a ball, and we pick it to get a double play to win game 6. Or to be summoned out of the bullpen to get a big out and get the out. Those are things that we've lived them. I was talking to Justin Sua. Justin Sua works alongside Brent, and he gave me this good analogy. Greyhounds race, right? And so when you're the Dodgers, you're like a greyhound. And so the greyhounds see like a rabbit. And so the greyhounds, once the rabbit goes, the greyhounds are chasing the rabbit. They're not worried about who's to the side. So it's kind of like us. We're the greyhound and all we're doing is going forward. We're hunting. We used that analogy last year. People are coming after us, but we're gonna be the hunter. We're gonna keep hunting. And our eyes, when eyes are to the side, you're looking to hide when you're looking this way. When our eyes are in front, we're looking to hunt. So we've got to keep looking forward, and it's not easy. Guys, I'm challenging you guys right now because it's not easy to take 600 at bats, to work a day after a night game. And so I think for me is like, let's just keep raising the standard and keep our eyes forward.
Greyhounds do not get distracted. They don't care about the crowd noise. They don't care about what the dog in the next lane is doing. They see that rabbit and nothing else exists. That is tunnel vision. That is elite focus. That is what Roberts is demanding from his Dodgers. He told them point blank, you need to lock in on the goal, ignore every distraction, and chase that championship with everything you've got. No excuses, no hesitation, no looking around to see who else is doing what. Just pure, relentless pursuit. Meanwhile, you got to imagine the players absorbing every word. These are professionals, many of them millionaires, some of them future Hall of Famers, and their manager is essentially telling them your talent means nothing without the right mindset. Roberts was not sugarcoating anything. He was laying the law, and honestly, that's exactly what championship teams need. You cannot coast on talent alone in Major League Baseball. The season is too long, the competition is too fierce, and October baseball is an entirely different beast. Roberts knows this better than anyone. He's been there, he's won it all, and now he's demanding that his team adopts that same championship DNA. But wait, there's more. Roberts didn't just focus on preparation and focus. He dove deep into mental toughness, that intangible quality that separates good teams from great ones. He told his players that when the pressure mounts, when the game is on the line, when you're facing elimination in October, your physical skills are only half the battle. The other half, it's all mental. It's about staying composed when everyone else is panicking. It's about believing in yourself when doubt creeps in. It's about trusting your teammates when the stakes are highest. Roberts essentially said, we have the talent to win it all, but talent alone won't carry us through 162 games, plus a playoff run. We need mental warriors, guys who thrive under pressure, who embrace the big moments instead of shrinking from them. Picture this, Roberts stand in front of his team, making direct eye contact with his stars, his veterans, his young guns, and delivering this message with absolute conviction. He wasn't reading from a script, he was speaking from the heart, from experience, from a place of genuine belief in what this team can accomplish, and you could feel it. You could feel the weight of his words sinking in, the accountability settling over that locker room like a heavy blanket. This wasn't just about winning games. This was about building something special, something that would be remembered for years to come.
Now let's talk about the team unity piece, because Roberts absolutely hammered this home. He told his players that individual success is great, but it means nothing if the team fails. He reminded them that championships are won in the clubhouse, in the dugout, in those moments when one guy picks up another guy who is struggling. He challenged every player to be selfless, to put the team first, to celebrate each other's success like it is their own. And here's the thing, the Dodgers have the roster to do exactly that. They've got superstars who could easily focus on their own numbers, but Roberts is demanding that they buy into something bigger. He is demanding that they become a brotherhood, a collective force that cannot be broken. Roberts also touched on something that does not get talked about enough. Sustaining obsession and hunger throughout an entire season. Let's face it, it's easy to be motivated on opening day. It's easy to be fired up in spring training when everything is fresh and new. But what about game 87 in July, when you're tired, when the grind is real, when you've played 86 games and still have 76 to go? That is when champions separate themselves. That is when mental toughness matters most. Roberts was essentially telling his team, I need you to bring that championship intensity every single day, not just when it's convenient, not just when you feel like it, but every single day. Because if you let off the gas for even a moment, someone else will pass you by.
The Greyhound metaphor came back around, and this time Roberts drove it home even harder. He told his players, the rabbit never stops, the goal never slows down, so why would you? He was challenging them to maintain that relentless pursuit, that hunger, that edge that championship teams possess. And honestly, this is what separates dynasties from one-hit wonders. Anybody can win once when everything aligns perfectly, but can you sustain it? Can you come back year after year with that same fire? Roberts was planting those seeds in his players' minds, making them understand that winning once is not enough. The expectation in Los Angeles is sustained excellence, and that requires a level of commitment that most teams simply cannot maintain. But here's where Roberts really elevated his message. He did not just talk about what the team needs to do, he talked about belief. He told his players, I believe in every single one of you. I believe in your talent, I believe in your work ethic, I believe in what we can accomplish together. But the question is, do you believe it? Do you believe you can be great? Do you believe this team can win it all? Because if there's any doubt in your mind, we need to address it right now. That is leadership right there, folks. Roberts was not demanding blind confidence. He was challenging his players to examine their own belief systems, to confront any doubts, and to commit fully to the mission. The studio audience, well, the locker room in this case, was soaking it all in. You could probably hear a pin drop. When a manager speaks with that kind of conviction, that kind of passion, that kind of authenticity, players listen. They don't just hear the words, they feel them. And that's exactly what Roberts was going for. He was not trying to give some generic motivational speech that sounds good but means nothing. He was speaking directly to his team, addressing their specific challenges, their specific opportunities, and demanding that they rise to the occasion. Roberts wrapped up his message by bringing it all together. He reminded his team that they have everything they need to win another championship. The talent is there, the experience is there, the resources are there. The only question is, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to be selfless? Are you willing to prepare relentlessly? Are you willing to maintain elite mental focus? Are you willing to embrace team unity above all else? Are you willing to sustain your hunger and obsession every single day for the next 8 months? Because if the answer to any of those questions is no, then we've got work to do. And let's be real here. This is exactly the message the Dodgers needed to hear. Coming off previous playoff disappointments and championship highs, there's always a risk of complacency, of thinking talent alone will carry you through. Roberts was destroying that notion before it could even take root. He was establishing a culture of excellence, accountability, and relentless pursuit that will define this team's season. Whether you're a Dodgers fan or not, you've got to respect the intensity of this message. This is championship-level leadership on full display. As Roberts finished speaking, you could imagine the energy in that room shifting, players nodding, absorbing, committing. This was not just another day at spring training. This was the beginning of something special. Roberts had just laid the foundation for what could be another incredible season. And the best part? His message applies to every level of baseball, from Little League to the show. It's about mindset, preparation, teamwork, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. So here we are, Baseball Networks, bringing you inside the mindset of a championship organization. Dave Roberts just delivered a masterclass in leadership, and the Dodgers are about to benefit from every single word he said. This is the kind of speech that gets repeated in huddles, referenced in tough moments, and remembered when the team is hoisting that commissioner's trophy in October. Stay tuned, folks, because if this is how spring training started, imagine what this season is going to bring. The Dodgers are locked in, focused, and ready to hunt. And trust me, the rest of the league should be worried.